We're live. There you go. So, how's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday, January 19th. Is it the 19th? Is that right? 20th. My God. Happy January 20th. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Day. Back to work after a 3-day weekend. I've already been to 3 different client stops, had breakfast with um, an attorney friend of mine, Nathan Truitt. Shout out to Nathan. Awesome guy. Happy to hear that he has landed a job that he was really excited about. So that's exciting to me. So he used to work at Frost Brown Todd. Uh, they were in the Great American Ballpark or Great American Building, the big tall one, Skyline, Cincinnati. Anyway, bottom line is, yeah, he said if he was ever to leave and go to a firm, the firm he went to would be the firm. And don't ask me to repeat the name, something Patton Bile, something. But I don't know, but apparently it's international, and yeah, it's challenging, and he loves it. So awesome, Nathan. Um, yeah, stopped by the office, got a few things done, and working on the workforce management app, which is really cool with some of the stuff that we're realizing that we can do with that app to help out with the administration with the workforce. So, also, yeah, just trying to get things moving. I know it's hard when you have such a clear vision, you don't know how to explain it to people, and you're afraid to tell people because you don't want to let them know too much about what you're doing because you're afraid of piracy and people taking your IP and your information. And I remember when I was writing the 23 Master Tech Plan, like the playbook for where I was at that time. And at the time, it was very early. I knew we didn't have a SLA per pillar. Like, your tech stack, is it reactive, proactive, managed? Is your workforce reactive, proactive, managed? Is your identity reactive, proactive, or managed? It was just, it was the master tech plan, and you had a tech plan, and was it reactive, proactive, or managed? And how are we working with you? What's that relationship like? Do you want us just to be reactive and and can do all the governance yourself? Are you qualified to do it? So we're just reactive, which is a thing. Or is it proactive where some of the stuff and some of your team manages some of the stuff and we're going to manage some of the stuff and there's going to be a collaboration here? Or is it going to be we manage it and we work as if we're part of your workforce, and we integrate our systems with yours, that way we can work in a system that we were building to be able to collaborate and work with each other. And for those managed clients, even though there's a good 6 of them, it's not very many that are at that level of having an admin pipeline and all the apps, device manager, LOB apps and services, workforce manager, admin pipeline, admin team site. The list goes on and on and on. And with the data stack and the device stack, see, here I am, like, these are all things I was holding back. They're not very technology, like, they're not savvy. They don't care, even they don't want to know technology. But it's almost like not knowing how to write. Kids aren't learning how to do handwriting anymore. That's going to become irrelevant. Think about that. My son's handwriting is horrible, and I make him write stuff to me all the time. Like, it's getting better. The only way to do it is to practice, and that's a form of communication that we can't lose. What happens, I think kids being able to program something and do things and build things to solve problems is great. But we can't lose those fundamentals, right? Or can we? I don't know. is AI going to be teaching our kids soon? Like, would you want your Yeah, it already is. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, I got shits to do today. Um, yeah, and I just got home, and I had to spend the first half hour like just. I was so tired last night. I had shit laying out, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, I always try to write something stupid before the show before I get on here and act like an idiot. And yeah, I was thinking earlier, like, I know I got some shit I got to get done, but when I'm at home, a lot of times I won't start working until I get like once everything's done upstairs. I come down here and get to work. That's not us. Hold on, work's calling.
Hello.
Hey, hello, hello.
So
So QuickBooks not being able to email from forms out of QuickBooks. Does that
you're not.
fall? What?
You're not specifically.
No, Magna NDT is having issues
Oh,
with
okay.
QuickBooks
hmm
being able to email forms from QuickBooks.
hmm
The machine is online. It's running. QuickBooks is running, and I don't think there's much Cincy PCS can do unless they play technician. And this is where John either needs to have an IT company or we can give them one type of situation. So, like, how do you want me to handle this? I guess. Do you want to try to take a stab at it before we go talking about billing it at all? Because maybe it's something you can help with. It's a
I
QuickBooks
mean,
issue.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if it's a basic QuickBooks thing, then then obviously I would do that as his QuickBooks accountant. But uh, but if it's if it's like a settings issue rather, so anything that's a settings issue in QuickBooks, I can
Even though
handle that
you
that
didn't
way.
build the file.
But yeah, I mean, if it's settings issue, I go in there and find the setting and I can set it. That's no big deal. But if
Okay.
it's
But
but if
that,
it's some sort of connection issue, because you know how QuickBooks connects to Outlook or it connects to this or connects to that, then I can't help with that kind of stuff.
yeah, we would have to reach out to QuickBooks, right?
Right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, he can always reach out to QuickBooks as well. Yeah.
Correct. And so what I'm getting at here is I'm gonna let my technician know that the matter has now been escalated properly. And we're going to have the new service desk is going to be the same thing. Like they're going to take a call, they're going to find the matter, qualify it, and when they can't because it falls they're not going to take the time to fix this because it's already like everything within scope is working for this client based off of what we know. So
Right.
if they want it fixed we either need to direct them or support and help them getting it corrected. And with it being your client, that's why I reached out to you. So and I'm even happy to help. Like we're partners in
So
this. I want to make sure it
so
goes well, so if I need to talk to
I'm
him I will.
I'm very glad for this particular workflow, right? So if he reaches out to me initially, and it's something I can help with, great, done. If it's something that I think you can help with, then I'll escalate it to you. But if that's outside of your scope, then you can say, well, Andy escalated this to us because he thought it was, it was something beyond his scope. This is beyond our scope. So do you want to send
Well,
this over to your IT?
just
And
so
then
you're
vice versa.
aware, that's that like this is all part of the MTP and us working together to build these workflows. The new service desk will be aware of this too. So, training the workforce, like the users, they should only be able to reach out to support to one area, and we should get somebody that's trained on the back end that understands our background to qualify it and hand it off the right place. They should never call you, and they should never call me. They should continue calling the
Well, they,
service
they,
desk.
they, they can call me if, because they're stupid and they don't know if it's an accounting issue or if it's a software issue. Because they're stupid. That's why they're clients. If they weren't stupid, they wouldn't be clients. They'd be doing their own
Yeah.
shit.
but Alan's already done his job. He brought it to the.
Yeah.
He knows that it's outside of his scope, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead and let him know that he's good. So
So that's great. So then, if they contact you first, and it's outside of your scope, then you can escalate it to me. And if it's outside of my scope, then I'll say, okay, well, I got this from Cincy KCS. It's outside their scope because they say you have access. The software is running, and that basically is their scope. And then my scope is for accounting issues and minor software settings.
so what should Alan tell them right now so that way he can get on to the next thing? We let him
Yeah,
know that
yeah,
uh,
yeah. That it's beyond your scope. And he can explain the scope. Like, yeah, we tested the remote connection. We tested the software. So the items that are within our scope are working as intended. And we've escalated this to Andy.
so let him know that now. Are you going to reach out to him, or do you want us to have him reach out to you, or do you want us to let him know? Andy, because we're going to reply quickly. He just sent it
Yeah.
in, so we're going to let him know that hey, Andy's aware. Or do you want me to say hey, reach out to Andy and just wait for him to call you? Or like I would rather it be told that we'll call him, then you call him from the office number. So that way you quit having people call you directly. They know if you train them to use these routes, they will quit giving out your cell phone number. It'll take 10 years for it to get there, but
Well, I mean, if you want him to always contact you and then you always contact me, I don't care about that either. But inevitably, he will end up contacting you because I'm his accountant. We do different things. So
correct. And what we're doing is the as part of this, he obviously needs the technology side. So what we're going to do is we're going to bake him into that, regardless, and things will just get taken care of. And we're going to let him know that hey, we need to get a. Eventually, we're going to say hey, this just makes sense. What's going on? So
yeah,
let's go ahead and keep things going the
yeah.
way
I
it
mean, we,
is.
we can
Are you
we
reaching?
can.
Like, I still need an answer. Do you want me to tell him to reach out to you, or are you going to reach out to
No,
him?
no. I'll reach out to him.
So go ahead and start calling him now, and I'm going to let
Yeah,
Alan know.
and you can pitch him all you want, but like you said, he's not going to switch because he has a family friend.
Well, he can have a family friend, but we're going to bill him for things that fall out of scope. And this,
Yeah,
you don't know if it is yet. If he needs help,
right.
we're going to refer him to his family friend. And when he needs it done now, because they're not getting to him, we're going to track that and we're going to use that to our advantage. We're not going to just shove it in his face. We're going to be professionals about it.
Right. Sounds
Well,
like a plan.
start reaching out. Thanks, boss.
I'm reaching out to him right now.
All right. That was exciting. So yeah, like for real, I need to get this service desk thing done. You know, I've already baked one of my clients into this. Wegmans service desk already does their own support to their own internal, even though it's being routed to the service desk. So I gotta get all these other tech plans, including AP Schweitzer, Magna NDT, Awa, Fisher. Yeah. Then we have all the people helping Navicore that needs trained on these routes. Navicore's a tech plan too. It needs support just like anything else. I don't want to be called for matters. That's the whole point, is that we have trained pros, and with the administrative stuff that we've built, giving your team, not coming in to be administration in the fact that we're making decisions as a form of administration. I mean, we kind of are making decisions because we're bringing a framework to administer within, but why reinvent the wheel? And we do build it from scratch. Every column and every list, the list needs to exist. And we have labels for the columns, but we want to make it your DNA. We want to make it your brand. We want it to talk your lexicon, your lingo. That we want it to feel like it's, yeah, if you're a tree nursery, you don't want to, sound like you're a hog farm. Like, you having things called, yeah, that was a really weird. There's all kinds of businesses out there, by the way, and everybody needs help. And every business has a tech stack. So if you're really into something and you're also really good with technology, that's a great way to, like, how dope would it be to manage tech plans for dispensaries and farms, especially the farms, which I'd rather do the farms than dispensaries because you go to dispensaries, they're giving you these tiny little nuggets. So, like, what happened to the big old, like, yeah, I'm being stupid. But it's really cool when you can find a way to solve a problem and then find a vertical and go after that vertical. Right now, construction companies are definitely a vertical. I mean, I got four of them. So, creative agencies. If you think about all the tech plans, like the true tech plans, I mean, one client has multiple tech plans under it potentially. All right, enough bullshitting. Talked my ass off here quite a bit actually for damn near 20 minutes. I can't believe I used to do an hour show. I'm going to do it again with a guest this time, though. I think it'll be a little bit easier with someone else also talking. So I hope. Okay. What are we going to work on now? Mm. Tech plans, tech plans. Need a sand for Fisher. Do I need? I don't need a sand. We don't need a sand, Joe. Think medium-sized business. NAS. I mean, I could build a NAS with the system I already have, but it's so antiquated. It's not really antiquated. It's all 10 gigabit. It's all 10 gigabit fiber. I have a little over a terabyte of RAM in my host, and I could use that as a NAS. I can make some virtual NASs with my SAN, but I don't want to do that. I want the client to own their own equipment. I want them to purchase a NAS that I can manage. Yep. So, who wants to go shopping with me? Oh. Cool. All right. And let there be light. So back up. I mean, could you imagine if the thing goes down? But the drives will be good. And how fast is it? There's no way. Nope. 7,200 RPM. Are you fucking kidding me? So, these flash units, if you will, nope. Good stuff. That's pretty. All right, I'm done. It was nice getting on here for a little bit. I'm gonna go upstairs. Call Randy and get some lunch. Y'all have a good day. Keep it up. Keep it real. Peace.